Wisdom begins in wonder. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. A wise man speaks because he has something to say. A fool speaks because he must say something. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Ignorance, the root and stem of every evil. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. There is truth in wine and children. The learning and knowledge that we have is at the most, but little compared with that of which we are ignorant. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. The worst of all deceptions is self-deception. To do injustice is more disgraceful than to suffer it. Laws are not made for the good, but for those who refuse to act justly. No law or ordinance is mightier than understanding. Excess generally causes reaction and produces a change in the opposite direction. A hero is born among 100, a wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. The beginning is the most important part of the work. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Dictatorship naturally arises out of democracy, and the most aggravated form of tyranny and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. There will be no end to the troubles of states until philosophers become kings. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Any city, however small, is in fact divided into two. One the city of the poor, the other of the rich. These are at war with one another. Tyranny is not a matter of minor theft and violence, but of wholesale plunder, sacred and profane, private and public. Rhetoric is the art of ruling the minds of men. Those who tell the stories rule society.